What's up guys, it's Adam here, and today I'm going to be talking about a topic which I guess is a little controversial, but it's something I'm pretty passionate about and I've been meaning to make a video like this for a while. However, the recent events of the past week have kind of sped up that process, so here I am. Since you're watching this video, there's a pretty decent chance you've seen the trailer just released at Sony's PlayStation Experience Conference for The Last of Us Part 2. If you haven't, hit pause, go watch it, and come right back. I've put the link in the video description, and it's by far one of the best video game trailers I've ever seen. It's crazy how it manages to get me so hyped for this game without much context at all. I have played the previous game, and I love it, but I have yet to finish it due to school, work, and other games. And the fact that it's on my PS3 in my family's living room isn't the most convenient for me personally either. I will be finishing it soon, perhaps over winter break, but regardless, this brings us to the topic of this video. Ever since I switched over to PC from PS3, I've been dying to play this title on my rig. For the PS3, it's a pretty good looking game, but at 720p and 30 FPS, it has always bugged me a bit visually. The remaster version for the PS4 fixes all that, along with further upgraded visuals, and frankly, it's a beautiful game. However, I don't have a PS4, and the only reason I'd ever feel the need to get one would be for games like this. I held on to a small hope that they'd release The Last of Us Remastered for PC at some point. But there's never been any word of this, and it doesn't seem like Sony is interested. Now, with The Last of Us 2 coming out, I'm once again aching to play this game on PC. So the obvious question is, and the one I will attempt to address in this video, why doesn't Sony release The Last of Us on PC, and why should they? To answer the first question, you have to look at the relationship between Sony and Naughty Dog, the developers of The Last of Us. Naughty Dog was bought by Sony in 2001, and since then they have developed several successful game series like Jak and Daxter, the Uncharted series, and of course The Last of Us. Since being acquired by Sony, all of their games have been developed exclusively for PlayStation consoles, and it's pretty easy to see why. Both of the major console platforms we have today each have a few AAA exclusive titles, which serve as the reasons why you should get their console over the competition. It's a system which inherently bothers me, but it definitely does benefit the specific console sales. I know many people who got an Xbox for Halo, or got a PS4 for Uncharted or The Last of Us. If an exclusive title manages to bring lots of people to its console, that means a lot more revenue for the company immediately and down the road, with things like future game sales and PlayStation Plus or Xbox Live. Uncharted has always been PlayStation's premier franchise, and then they managed to strike gold once more with The Last of Us. So why would Sony ever be interested in allowing their main IPs to be ported over to PC? To answer this second question, we now need to look at how a different developer has been handling their games on consoles versus PC. Rockstar Games released Grand Theft Auto V for PS3 and Xbox 360 in 2013. It sold like mad, topping the charts of retailers everywhere. In the first week, GTA V accumulated a record-setting $800 million in sales revenue from over 11 million copies. Then they gradually released the updated versions for both next-gen consoles and finally PC. This resulted in millions more sales, and to date the game has sold over 65 million copies. What can Sony learn from this? Well, Rockstar gradually released their game over 3 different platforms, each one getting a graphical upgrade over the previous, so that many people purchased the game 2 or even 3 times. The original version of The Last of Us came out for PS3 over 3 years ago, and the remastered version for PS4 came out over 2 years ago. They sold a lot of consoles for Sony, but I think it's safe to say that they really aren't anymore. At least, not enough for Sony to shut out the entire PC market. While it makes sense that they wouldn't release The Last of Us on Xbox One, as it would directly benefit their competitor and give up an advantage they have in the console market, releasing the game on PC wouldn't do either of those things, and it would open up a new market for potentially millions more game sales. And there are many reasons why it'd be amazing to play The Last of Us on PC. For myself, I have a pretty powerful setup, with an NVIDIA GTX 1070 graphics card, and a display which supports up to 144 frames per second. In addition, I much prefer mouse and keyboard controls over a controller. Now, please don't misunderstand me. I don't want to start a PC versus console debate, but the fact remains that the PS4 and the PS4 Pro, for that matter, does not and will not support 144 frames per second or a mouse and keyboard control scheme. With that said, there are many PC gamers out there who have purchased PS4s and own The Last of Us. There are also many more who haven't and won't unless the game comes to PC. In either case, the benefits of playing the game on PC would without a doubt be enough to sell millions more copies of The Last of Us. This would hardly cut into their console sales at all, and it would generate a lot more revenue in general. Even if the game only sold 2 million copies on PC at a relatively low price of $40, that means $80 million in revenue, which goes directly to Sony since they own Naughty Dog. So what's my idea then? How would this work? Well, Sony and Naughty Dog could get a team together to port The Last of Us to PC by late 2017 or maybe early 2018. This would generate significant sales revenue, and additionally, it would add to the hype surrounding The Last of Us Part 2, which will hopefully come out in 2018 as well. Playing the game on PC would surely convince many players on PC to purchase a PS4 or PS4 Pro as well, so that they won't be kept waiting to get more of the amazing story. It's a win-win for Sony no matter how you look at it, and can generate hundreds of millions of additional revenue. As for The Last of Us Part 2, this could be brought to PC a year or two after the original release on console, making sure there's enough time for Sony to sell tons of PS4 Pros before they let the PC community throw their money at it. So yeah, it's that simple. If you like the sound of all this, please feel free to give this video a thumbs up and share it with people. I would love if this ended up in the hands of someone from Sony or Naughty Dog, because while I know this is hardly a new idea for them, I think I make a lot of really strong points for why it would actually benefit them to do this from a business standpoint. Also, feel free to, put any comments down in the comment section on your opinions on this whole thing and what you guys think about my ideas. Anyways, I'm really looking forward to finishing The Last of Us, and of course, seeing what Naughty Dog has in store for The Last of Us Part 2. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.